Alright, so what you doing?
I'm about to make a squash pasta and about to open this right now.
Alright. What kind of squash is that?
Spaghetti squash
Alright.
from I think like a global market, some like ethnic store.
Seems pretty firm.
Yeah, seems pretty firm. Maybe like it's kind of hard to cut into, but it's how it's supposed to be. So I'm just creating my incision, a line. Gotta cut it in half. And then these two lines have to meet. Alright. Okay, now gotta scoop out the seeds. And I'm not gonna throw this away, I eat this. I just gotta take the seeds out and I eat that stringy.
The pulp?
Yeah, the pulp.
Yeah.
Gotta do the next one.
Can you grow these seeds?
I think so, yeah. I haven't tried it, but it looks like they're fully developed and like hard, like how you would find it at Home Depot.
Right.
That's what a fruitarian should be eating, is like fully ripened, mature fruit that is able to reproduce. Like the cucumber I had earlier didn't have big seeds like this, and like small zucchini and yellow squash, they don't have big seeds like this.
So this is called, what kind of squash is this?
Spaghetti squash.
Spaghetti squash.
Yeah.
That sounds good. You know, roasted in the oven with a little bit of salt and pepper, butter.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing. What I'm doing. I'm just gonna scrape it up raw and have it raw noodles. All right. One less seed in there. I don't want the seeds. And now I gotta take out all these seeds.
All right, save that for later. What are you gonna do now? You can do that now?
Yeah, I gotta do it now. I guess you wanna see this real
Yeah, I'm
quick.
gonna pause for a minute while you finish that.
Well, that's pretty good.
All right, so you were talking about the seeds. What are you talking about? What?
Well, I'm taking out the seeds so that I can just get the 100% puree.
All right.
And then I mentioned that these seeds you could probably grow, these big ones.
Right.
They look really developed and hard.
Okay.
But then that one right there, and then maybe the one on my finger, they look like, you see those?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think these will sprout. They look too small and underdeveloped, and having these seeds is a sign that this squash was able to like get mature enough to produce, to be able to reproduce. And to me, that's great. Like, you want to be eating fruit that's able to reproduce and have seeds. You
Gotcha.
don't want fruit with that. Like, that means it's too immature, it's not developed, and you want the most mature, most nutrients. Like,
All right. So what are you doing now?
I'm continuing. I gotta separate the seeds from the puree, the pulp. This is edible stuff. You can see that it holds the seeds. It's the flesh around the seeds, and that's what I eat.
All right. I'll come back when you're done.
All right.
All right. So what's going on now?
As you can see, I separated the seeds from the pulp, and gotta get rid of this. I don't want to eat that.
Right.
And you can grow that maybe. You can dry it, grow it, and give it to people.
It's gonna fall off the counter there, dude.
Produce more food. Oh, frick. Excuse my French. All right, and then after this is not
So you're trying to you're removing the seeds from the pulp there
yeah, because
of the acorn squash, right?
of the spaghetti squash.
Spaghetti squash.
Normally
Sorry.
people just throw that away because it's kind of like, oh, and then now I'm gonna break it apart into smaller pieces instead of just leaving it in clumps.
All right.
And this is like, I consider this like really good stuff, like highly nutritious. Like, the seeds are in it. Like, yep, just breaking it apart.
All right. So take out the seeds.
I took out the seeds, and now I'm just taking it apart. And these smaller seeds you can kind of like eat these. Like, you don't really like doesn't really mess with you, but those bigger ones you gotta take out. All right, that's done.
Right.
And now it's the important step is you gotta scrape this out with a fork and
Scrape it
a
out.
spoon.
All right.
Well, I started off with a fork. And this might get a little messy. It kind of like flakes out stuff. And you just do this a lot. You just like create these like these incisions, these grooves with the fork. And then this
Looks like a lot of work.
it is a lot of work, but it's worth it to get your pasta, or your rice, your fruit rice, or whatever you want to call it. It's a workout. I don't do no workouts. This is my
Okay,
workout.
and so you don't cook your stuff. You don't cook anything?
No cooking anything.
Everything is raw?
Everything is raw. Normally people say you gotta cook these, but in my experience, I love them raw. I eat them raw and they taste great to me. They taste fine. But you gotta do it like this. I've never like really just eaten from it. Like I scrape it like how you're watching. So you gotta really use like your force, your strength, be strong and scrape that. And I just keep doing this, and then you'll see me. I'll take the spoon, and then you'll really see it work. All right, hold on. So that's ready. I got the fork in there, and now I take my spoon, and the spoon it can scoop it out easier now because of those grooves. Similar to how you would cut a rock or a stone, you incision it, and then you just. My hands are slippery, but and as you can see, it's slowly coming out some fruit flesh. You gotta really use that power you have within yourself, that strength. You just keep going until you scrape it all clean, thin.
All right. I'll come back when you're done with all the scraping. We'll see what it looks like.
Yep,
So on the first half, it looks like you're almost done there.
correct. But yeah, it's really hearty.
And you're scraping out, what kind of squash is this again?
Spaghetti squash.
Yeah, spaghetti squash.
Yeah, it's really hearty. You gotta
Scrape it out. It's
Yeah.
raw. You didn't cook it, right?
Yeah, it's not soft from being cooked. It's firm, but this really like pulverizes it. Like you can see, I'm scraping it into really small bits,
Right.
and it tastes it's awesome. It reminds me of like quinoa, like a vegan quinoa. I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's hard to describe, I guess. It's like starchy.
So, how much salt do you put in this dish?
Like I said in the last video, my seasonings are the habanero. That is my salt, my pepper, just my seasoning, my flavoring, like, and then the fruit itself is flavored. It's flavored on its own.
Right.
And yeah, this is like, what is the word? Redundant? No, not redundant. Just takes a long time. Like it's the same thing. You gotta keep scraping until it's really thin, because you want to get everything you can. You don't want to waste no food.
No salt, no pepper.
And you can see it's getting greener, and that's when you know you're getting close to the outer shell, and you can.
Right.
But over here, like there's still. Oh fuck! Frick.
Now what?
You move on. You gotta do what you can with what you got.
Nice.
And it's pretty much done. I mean, you just spend a lot of time on this, but it's not like, as you can see, a comparison, and I got the most of it. Gotta start the next one.
I'll come back with you. Okay, so it looks like you've got the spaghetti squash all zipped out and ready to go.
It's almost ready. So as you can see, I've created like a nice pasta base from pure raw fruit. I didn't have to cook no noodles, or it's just fruit quinoa. It's whatever, I don't know what to call it. It's spaghetti squash.
And so what's next?
I'm still not done with this. I gotta really scrape out everything. But after this, it's the habanero, some tomato, and that's it. You can mix it all together and go
Well,
at it.
let's see. We'll check it out. Okay, so about to cut tomato. Let's go.
Yep, just carving it like how in the last video, because I don't like the skin.
All right, so you got to take off the skin.
Yes.
And we've seen this before in a previous video.
Correct.
So I'll pause right here. All right, so what are you doing now?
Just cut the habanero, now I'm cutting the tomato. These are the last ingredients of the 3-ingredient salad of just spaghetti squash, tomato, and habanero. All fruit, nothing cooked, no salt, no pepper, no lettuce, no leaves. Just fruit. All right, and this is it. Tomato, habanero, spaghetti squash salad. Very light salad, low calories, high volume. That's it. And you can just see me mix it up real quick. All fruit, 100% fruit. This is my fruitarian quinoa, my fruitarian kimchi, like whatever you want to call it. I get some flavors of that, yeah. All right, I think that's good.